Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar. My name is Vladimir, and we will talk today about mobile-based touchless shopping in COVID-19 time. First of all, I would like to thank TRA for this opportunity to tell you a bit more about how retailers in the current situation can behave, how they can survive, and what they can do to be successful and efficient, even in the current not very easy time. So first of all, some words about myself and about the team I'm presenting. We are basically experts in digital marketing and a solution for retailers. We did a lot of projects worldwide in the area of digital marketing for different retailers, and of course before COVID-19 situation and now. And a lot of our clients are currently quite efficient, and they competing quite well with the other companies, implementing different solutions to help them to survive on the market, to help them to support their clients, to support them in the current time and in future time. What we can see, basically, we did some research and we used different international research organizational data. And it shows that companies and retailers which are using omni-channel strategies in their daily work are doing much better, especially now, rather than companies who are focusing only on, let's say, offline or online work. So what we can see is a quite significant increase of the average transaction side. We can see the increase of annual revenue. Yeah, and basically we can see that much more clients and shoppers would like to visit retailers, would like to visit shops, depending on the situation, either online or offline, and sometimes both. So the best story now is to focus on omnichannel and to be everywhere and to speak to your clients in every position. If you are in the shop, okay. If you are online, okay. But it should be supported from all these aspects. So how current COVID situation changed the behavior? And basically, the thing is that this behavior will not stop after the pandemic situation will become better. I suppose this behavior is with us for many, many years. So people are a bit afraid to go to physical shops. And because of COVID-19 situation, a lot of clients, as we can see, start going to online. But online brings us additional limitations. Yeah, first of all, retailer and shops are unable to put all their goods, especially grocery shops, unable to put all their goods in online. So it's just not possible. So there is a limit in the amount of goods you can take. The second part is basically delivery, and delivery cost limitation in minimum order side. So you have to buy some amount of goods before you are able to order it and expect that it will be delivered to you. And it's basically a very important part, especially which works for grocery shops. A lot of people would prefer to buy vegetables, bread, all the things which it's better to see first of all, to touch first of all before you take it. They still prefer to buy it offline. And with the pandemic situation, it starts to be quite unsafe. Because of that, basically, we can see that sellers, they start losing customers, and basically offline shops start losing customers in competition with online shops. The order size, even in online, start to be smaller, and basically average transactions start to be smaller. And of course, if you're online, there's almost no way to support impulse purchase, which is quite important for shoppers. Yeah, and it's quite important for sellers. And basically, how to work with that, how to basically be successful in such situation. This is the question. There are a couple of solutions which are supporting us, retailers, to help clients to, from one side, to support them to visit shops, from another side, to keep them safe. Yeah, and quite convenient story. First of all, is self-service kiosk. I suppose most of all of you in your retails, they already have such a self-service kiosk. So when you can take your goods, then go to this exit zone, scan your goods, and basically pay. You can pay even by card. You can pay there even uh, by cash. But there are some limitations, yeah, because of amount of this kiosk you can install in your shop. Second, anyway, your shopper have to touch the screen of this kiosk, which might be not very safe in the current situation. So, but this is kind of solution. So second story, which bit connected to self-service kiosks, some retailers, even before pandemic situations, they start using this scan and go. Yeah, so it's a terminal which you can take with you, and while you are shopping, you are scanning your goods, and at the end of the story, you are coming back to self-service kiosk and paying there. So doing checkout and self-service kiosk. The third solution, which based on my vision is the best one at the moment, and it combines the good things of first two, is mobile scan and mobile checkout. It means it combines ability to scan inside of your mobile application, your personal mobile application, so you don't have to touch anything except of your personal mobile application and goods you are taking. And you can even pay inside of this application. So you don't have to go to the kiosk, you don't have to touch other screens and so on and so forth. And for sellers, it's also good because you don't have to install a lot of these kiosks, you don't have to support them, you just need to support your mobile application with this functionality. We have already such an example, and basically it's one of the hugest retail chains in Russia. And at the moment they have over 300 shops. And they already had the first version of mobile application with ability to make online shopping. But later on, they decided that it would be good to integrate their also mobile scan and mobile checkout and give clients ability to use it inside of the shop as a regular scanning terminal and to use it as a ability to pay. So now clients of Lenta can easily enter the shop, scan all the goods which are with a mobile application and pay inside of this application. And basically it gives to Lenta ability to survive in the last 3 months when a lot of regular grocery retailers went down. They still now in a very good shape and a very good position in terms of their revenue and average transaction and amount of loyal clients. So this is good. And how it works. Let's try to make a step-by-step approach as if we are shoppers and try to use this mobile application. I will show you how easy it is for a shopper and how efficient it is for a client. So the idea is quite simple, as I told. So you're scanning a barcode on the piece of item you want to take. You're having it in your shopping cart, and at the end of the story, after you scanned everything you want, you can pay either via mobile application, or if you want to pay cash, for example, you can still pay inside of the kiosk. Very easy and very sufficient. So let's start. Yeah, first of all, when you are opening mobile application, you need to choose the option that you want to start shopping, because your mobile application, I suppose a lot of retailers at the moment already have a mobile application. You have their loyalty management system, some special offers, some marketing, and so on and so forth. So what we are talking about is just add their functionality of mobile scan, and adding this functionality will help you to be efficient and survive and compete much better than previously. So first step, of course, you need to choose a shop which you are going to visit, because in some cases, depends on your strategy, you may have different prices in different stores, in different regions. Therefore, the very important step, first step, is to basically select which shop I'm visiting now. So I can scan a QR code in the entrance zone, or I can select it manually from the list of shops, yeah, and confirm. So when I selected a shop, I can start shopping. Basically, I can scan the first barcode on the first piece, and I will have it inside of my shopping list. So very simple, using your mobile video camera, you will scan each barcode you need. So when the good is scanned, you will have it inside of your shopping list. So each item will have a description of it, and you even can go into details if you'd like to by pressing on the item and see what it includes and so on and so forth. If you want to add one more piece, you either can scan or you can just simply using mobile application, just add additional pieces. So very simple functionality and quite quick for you as a shopper. Sometimes if you have a discount program in your retail, you can add here information about discount, which is calculated automatically after each item is added. It's very good for a loyalty management of your clients because they can see that they bought, I don't know, for this amount of money, and they already have this discount for this shopping cart. This is quite good for shoppers to know it in a real time. What important one? Yeah, of course, we want to make sure as a sellers that basically clients have scanned everything they have in a basket. And for that, usually random audit is using. So not all of your clients should be audited, but some of them, based on logic which you can set up inside of the system, some of clients will be asked to pass random audit. And what does it mean? That your employee will come to this client and rescan some of items inside of the basket. If these items are in your shopping cart, it's okay. If you've forgotten to scan some of items, then your employee of this retailer will be notified about that. And depending on your security program, it will be handled. And this way, you will prevent your shop from fraud. And after the basically shopping procedure is finished, you want to pay. And the easiest way to pay at the moment, because everyone is paying online, everyone already have a lot of payment system integrated, so is to pay via your mobile application. You can pay either by using your credit card, or if your mobile application is integrated with some of the common in your region payment system, you can pay using this payment system. So it could be Apple Pay, PayPal, and so on and so forth. Any of payment systems which is supported. Very easy and very efficient. And basically, receipt will be delivered online via email or inside of a mobile application to your client. So no paper, no interaction with your employees and clients, and same time supporting of basically ability for a client to visit your shop. Coming back to mobile scan, we have another option to pay. Is basically to pay via self-scan kiosk. And it's also quite convenient if your clients like to pay by cash. Yeah. So it's the same story. You start shopping, you're scanning your goods, you're having in your shopping cart, you're adding some additional items. But at the end of the story, you go to your self-shopping kiosk. You don't have to rescan everything in a kiosk. Your mobile application is integrated with the kiosk, and therefore you just need to scan a QR code on the screen of your kiosk, and all your items will be uploaded, and you will see it in the kiosk, and the only thing you will have to do is to pay. It's very convenient if you want to pay cash, but same time use all your abilities of mobile application. So as a result, what we can see, yeah, first of all, it will bring your clients back to stores because it's safe, They don't have to interact with other people if they don't need it. They can easily take a goods. They can see the goods which they're going to buy, see these vegetable, fruits. Yeah, they don't need to take a scan and go terminal, which was used by some another shopper. They don't need to touch it. They just opening their mobile application in their mobile device and start shopping. At the end of the story, they're just paying inside of mobile application and going home. Very easy. What is good for a seller? First of all, yeah, you're helping your clients to stay safe. And this is very important in any case. Yeah, your clients can visit your shop in a safe manner. This is, I suppose, the best marketing statement which can be presented now. So second, of course, is that you are supporting impulse purchases, which is not possible in online. Yeah, but now your visitors walking around, buying something based on their prepared shopping list, but also something which they just like to buy now. It's very good. So as a result, yeah, bigger average transactions, better competition positions, and you are surviving much better even now, and you will be surviving much better after this pandemic situation, because people will like to use this ability and this application. So, of course, there is a comparison between, let's say, scan and check out via mobile application or using kiosk. And basically, if you already have kiosk, it doesn't mean that installation and implementation of such application will require you to replace kiosk. As I told, these two solutions can work and should work together, because sometimes your clients may want to buy to pay by cash, and in this case, you should give them such an ability. So, but from other side, you don't have to buy more kiosks. You don't have to buy to find more space for additional kiosks, because these kiosks will be used mostly only for cash payments, but scanning and online payment will be made inside of online application. So these two stories are quite well working together and supporting each other. Coming back to example, as I told, so Lenta, one of the hugest retail chains over the Russia, they implemented this solution a bit before pandemic situation. And the last 3 or even 4 months showed that the idea to implement MOBI scan and mobile checkout was very good. They're now on very safe position. They're top retailer in Russia. They have quite good average transaction size, and they have quite good numbers in terms of their annual revenue. It basically helps them to survive. And at the moment, what we can see here in Russia is that a lot of their competitors are also starting implementation similar solution, because they realized that it really works. Good story, but what do you need as a retailer? What does a seller need to have to make it happen, and how quick it could be implemented? So basically, there are a couple of prerequisites, and we will go through it and we will discuss about it. So the most important part, of course, you need to have quite well-established IT landscape. And the second one, what should be prepared is that your internal processes, processes of exit zones, fraud prevention, you need to train your staff. In terms of IT implementation, this is really rather quick story, because the MVP first version of the solution can be implemented in a month, and it won't require installation of different hardware and so on and so forth, just a part of your mobile app or a new mobile app if you don't have one, which will be launched and available for your clients. So what means established IT landscape? Yeah, all your systems should be interconnected and work together. So you need to definitely have ERP, and product catalog and product information management system integrated with each other and available. So data inside of the system should be available, meaning that goods should be launched there, prices should be launched there, and so on and so forth. Of course, if you'd like to use such a solution as mobile application, you need to have CRM, you need to have a loyalty management solution, and because it will give you additional features which you can use during mobile scan. Like, for example, when the person scans some goods, you can basically show him some special offer for specifically for him right now when he stays right here in this shop. Yeah, and it's very efficient for impulse shopping. Of course, as long as we want to use mobile checkout functionality, it needs to be integrated with your point of sales. Yeah, and of course, if you would like to give ability for a client to pay cash, if they would like to, it should be integrated with your self-service kiosk. So these are important items for you to make it happen. Exit zone, as I told, so because of some reasons, it's quite important area inside of your shop, because first of all, client should somehow define that he or she finished the shopping. Yeah, so usually it's made by having a QR code of the exit zone, and when QR code of the exit zone is scanned, it means that, okay, I've finished my shopping procedure. And the second one is that you need to define a zone for random audit, meaning there should be some space where your staff is available with additional scanners. And when random audit is happening, your employees should basically scan some goods inside of the basket and make sure that these goods are scanned by the person. Yeah. And of course, quite important thing is basically to train your staff, because this will be quite new story for your clients. They should be quite comfortable with using of mobile application, mobile checkout functionality. So you should have your staff trained to support them in different cases. Fraud prevention, quite important thing for such stories, because when you have just a regular cashier, yeah, it's almost not possible to take some goods without payment. Yeah, when you don't have it, so person can just scan everything in mobile application, check out via mobile application, and exit. It might be a risky story. So definitely you need to have well-established and defined security procedures. And basically random audit is one of it. So well-defined exit zone is also another one of it. So it should be predefined. And back to the training, because training of your employees is very important. Training how to use of this mobile application, how to help your clients when they want to enter a data, and for example, the barcode is broken and they cannot scan it. Yeah, help them to check out via mobile application, or help them to check out and pay cash via kiosk. So your employees should be prepared to support your clients to work with this mobile application. So it should be comfortable. Otherwise, it just won't bring you such a efficiency as it should. And in terms of IT, as I told, so it's much, I suppose, easier and quicker stories than, I don't know, integrate a list of self-scan kiosks, for example, or scan and go devices. Yeah, it doesn't require any space inside of your shop. It doesn't require any electricity or any hardware. So basically, it's all inside of your mobile application. Of course, it's amount of work which needs to be done for integration with your internal systems, as I defined it before. Yeah, it's of course development of Android, iOS application, and of course it's launch and technical maintenance. So amount of work which needs to be done. But as I told, based on our experience, first MVP, first version of the system, which can be launched already and used by your clients, can be implemented in 1 month, which is quite quick. And interesting thing, as I told, that this behavior of the clients will not end in 1 or 2 months. This already starts to be a new normal, new regular behavior of the client. So this is what you need to do on your side to be prepared for such solutions like mobile scan and mobile checkout. And this is how quick and can be implemented for each of your retail chains. And again, very efficient and useful solution, which will be used not only in pandemic situation, but many years, because people are using mobile applications all the time. They're using their mobile device. They always have mobile device. And basically giving them ability to buy via mobile device, visiting the shops, yeah, giving them ability to use good points of both offline and online is very efficient in the current situation. So this omni-channel way of working with your clients will support you in the current situation and in your future life. Thank you for your attention, and I will be happy to answer your questions. Let's see if we have some. Interesting thing in this webinar that I don't know how much of you are on the other side, and if you had any questions and if you want to ask me something. So I'm waiting for information about the questions. Let's wait a bit. And I hope that this presentation was valuable and interesting for you. Yeah, one of questions, what is the advantage over scan and go implementation? So there are a couple of advantages over the scan and go. And one of advantage for a client is that client don't have to touch device which was touched by another people. Yeah, and in current pandemic situation, this is very important for each person. So I don't want to touch any devices. I want to use my mobile phone, and this is it. It's an advantage for first advantage for a client. Second advantage for a client is that I already have a scanning functionality inside of my mobile application. So I just entering the shop, going inside and start shopping without taking this scanner and so on and so forth. Advantage for a shopper, for a seller, is also quite clear. So you don't have to buy all the devices, maintain them, make sure that they are working properly, and so they're not broken, they're not stolen, and so on and so forth. Nothing in terms of hardware, only software on the mobile app and inside of mobile device of each of your clients. Hope I answered the question. Yes, basically, so another question is, was it already implemented in any of stores? Yes, definitely it was. And basically, this application, you can even upload it via your mobile, in your Google or iOS App Store. So basically, Lenta, it's one of the biggest retail chains in Russia. And they implemented this functionality in their mobile app. So previously they had already mobile application with some online e-commerce stuff, but later on they decided that this functionality should be extended by mobile scan and mobile checkout. And basically we implemented it for them before all the situation with pandemic. And a lot of people already using it. And basically it helps Lenta to survive in the current situation. So the answer is yes, it is. And you can see by name of Lenta, you can find it even and try it in your mobile device. Of course, you have to visit Lenta shop to physically try it, but at least you can see how it looks. So another question, wouldn't Scan and Go make the process longer as they have to double check whether all items are scanned or not? As they have to double check whether the items are scanned or not. But basically, in terms of scanning process itself, situation is quite similar for all kind of steps. So there are several options for a shopper. Yeah, one option is to just pick up, grab some items, put it in a basket, go to cashier or to go to a self-scan kiosk and start scanning. You are doing it only once, and in this story, you are doing it at the end of your shopping process. Second option, using scan and go device or using mobile scan and scan it right in time when you are doing it by yourself. So my personal behavior shows that scanning on the way is much more faster than scan at the end of the story. Yeah, because when you are using, for example, self-shopping kiosk, you need to scan each item, put it nearby you, system checks the weight of your basket to make sure that you scanned all the goods. And this is how it checks that all items are scanned. And usually this scaling of your items also takes time. When you are using a mobile application for scanning, you are just scanning everything. And sometimes you may be asked for random audit. But random audit doesn't mean that person, your employee of retailer, is coming in and rescanning all your items. Usually, random audit means that an employee have to scan, I don't know, 5, 7 items from your basket. This is it. This is why it's random. So it just checks randomly some of items in your basket, and if at least one of them are not scanned, your shopping cart usually is canceled, and then yeah, you have to come back and rescan it. But it's only when you wanted to take something without paying for that. If you are scanning everything, all items in your shopping cart on the way while you are shopping, it's much even faster than doing it at the end of your shopping process. And also good thing basically in that is that when you're scanning it on the way, you see already, so okay, I've taken that, and that, and the total amount of my basket is, I don't know, this amount of money, and I have this amount of discount. So I already know how much I'm going to spend, how much discount I already received. And also the good thing that seller can online show you that as long as you took this item and this item and this item, you can have a special offer for this specific item. I don't know, if you took this bread, you have a special discount for this cheese, for example. And it's very efficient in terms of, you know, such a simultaneous shopping. So, and loyalty management of your client. Hope I answered your question. So another question. Yeah, what about security features, and how do we protect consumers from thieves if in case my debit or credit card is stolen? You know, so if your debit or credit card is stolen, it's usually managed by a banking system, because in our case, so when you are trying to, in usual case, when you are trying to pay via credit card, you are receiving a special code on your mobile device. Yeah, in mobile device, a number of your mobile phone, which is connected in a bank to your account. And this is how you're confirming that this payment was made by you. So usually it's managed out even of such applications. It's managed by the banks themselves. Yeah, so if card is stolen. And of course, yeah, all online payments are in the same situation. So it's same story, like if you pay in I don't know, App Store for some application, or you pay for goods inside of this mobile application. If you're entering some data of the card, you need to confirm that it's your card. Of course, if same time your card is stolen and your mobile device is stolen, then it's a problem. But I suppose in this case, you will immediately go to the police, and your accounts will be blocked until it will be found. So other security questions, basically, as I told, so definitely, if you are talking about self-checkout itself and random audit, it can't prevent you from 100% from the thieves. Yeah, of course, some pieces at the end of the story may be stolen. Yeah, and I suppose it's a regular situation for all shops worldwide. Yeah, even if you don't have all these online things, some items might be stolen. And the question is how you're managing, how you're limiting this risk, how you're mitigating this risk. Yeah, so there should be some security programs installed. There should be some video cameras with all these things installed, random audit and random checks. Sometimes in some such a shops, you can have additional, you can scan additionally after you paid for everything. You have to scan a barcode on your mobile application before you're able to leave the exit zone, for example, and so on and so forth. So it depends on your security politics. There are different solutions to support it. And of course, this is quite important questions which needs to be designed and defined when you are going to use this application and when you are going even to use the scan and go. It's the same story. Just a second. Will the price scan of products apps that you discuss available for all the shops, or it's only applicable for certain store or stop? Basically, usually it's also up to you. So in some cases, because you need to and additionally to just implementation of mobile application, you need, as I told, to train your staff, to design your exit zone, and so on and so forth. So you may switch on this functionality shop by shop. So you don't have to have it in all shops, but it's possible. And definitely this is the goal, to have it in the whole your retail chain. But same time, after you implemented this mobile application, which will be available for everyone, but functionality of mobile scan and checkout might be switched on only for some of shops. For example, you want to make a proof of concept, you want to try how it will work in some of your shops. Then you can switch it on for this 1, 2, 3 shops, test it for some period, and then start switching it on in other of your shops. So it's up to you to manage it. You don't have to be everywhere, or don't have to be only in one shop. It's up to you in which shops you want to switch it on or off, depending on how prepared they are for that. How it will work with people, how it will work with people who don't know how to read or write. It's I really, yeah. If you can rephrase this question, because I really didn't get what you mean. Can you please rephrase it a bit so I will understand your question? Concerning security, true, 100% application will not prevent for thief, but it should have security features like sending OTP to mobile before approving the transaction prior to that uses of cards. Yeah, definitely. So what I'm saying is that it also additionally thinks in terms of security which you want to use. Yeah, and it's basically depending on your your particular situation also, which of these features you can use. At the moment, online shopping is quite common story worldwide. Therefore, the security functionality when you're paying by card, paying by, I don't know, just Apple Pay, for example, or paying by PayPal or something else, they do have already integrated a lot of security functionality which can be switched on or off, depending as also on your security rules. So it's definitely should be there, because if you're giving ability to pay online, you should make sure that it's secured for your clients and for you as for retailer. Please explain the difference between this technology and Amazon Go technology. So the difference, so there are a couple of differences. Yeah, first of all, when you're talking about Amazon Go, it requires you significant update and upgrade of your shop inside. Yeah, because how works Amazon Shop? Basically, Amazon Go. So basically, there are a lot of video cameras inside of your shop, which are and devices which are basically looking on what you've taken, yeah, and basically after that, analyzing your shopping cart, understanding what you have in your basket, and basically checking you out automatically when you are exiting it. But to make it happen, you need to have, as I told, so a lot of video cameras. You need to have a lot of different devices which are checking that person is leaving exit zone, and so on and so forth. So it's basically from one side quite comfortable, and I agree, you don't have to touch anything, you're just taking food and going out. From other side, in terms of quite convenient retail shop, and if you're talking not about only small shops but some supermarkets, yeah, it will require really significant amount of investment in all this hardware to be implemented. But as a future, yeah, as a future, it's a good story. Difference is that here, all you need basically is developing mobile application, or even part of your mobile application is one. Second is define exit zone, which most probably is already predefined if you have self-scan kiosks, for example. Yeah, and train your employees. So it requires much less investments, and in terms of time, yeah, you can implement it in a month. Yeah, so what is completely impossible in terms of Amazon Go. Of course, Amazon Go is the future. It's really nice and cool story. There are already, as far as I heard, a couple of such shops, but they're rather small, and they're really inside of it. If you will take a look on it, there are so many devices to make it all happen. So I don't know really how efficient in terms of investment at the moment it is. So. Looks like no more questions. Let's wait a bit. Yeah, looks like we don't have any more questions. And one more time, I would like to thank you for your time, and I hope that this webinar was valuable for you. And I hope that your business will be safe and efficient during and after this pandemic situation. And basically, I wish you good luck. And again, I would like to thank TRA for this opportunity to make such a webinar for all of you. Thank you very much, and goodbye.